Live? Alright. Let's turn this off so we'll minimize the noise. Alright guys, so welcome to another live stream. We're gonna go ahead and do some tie rods, inner and outer tie rods on this 2005 Toyota 4Runner SR5. And the reason being is we got a little bit of play going on here. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but both on this side and this side, I got Alex here looking after the comments and whatnot. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the inner tie rod on this side has some play, so the customer wants that replaced. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Alrighty then. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with another Friday afternoon, Friday noon, lunchtime special, I guess, if you want to call it that. Live streaming. I like to do these point of view live stream repairs, see if people enjoy them or whatnot, and that gives me an opportunity to interact with the audience if there are any questions, comments, or concerns. So if you have any, feel free to chime in at any moment, and I got Alex looking out for those comments, and he'll relay it to me, and we'll get it answered as best as possible. So let's go ahead and start with removing the tire. Go ahead and remove this bad boy right here. Okay. Good luck nuts, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, these are, let me see if we can get a closer view. You can tell it's been raining over here. Okay. Man, those tires are heavy. Let's take a gander at these lug nuts, and I think these are a one piece. I think these are when engineers knew what they were doing, and they don't swell up like the two-piece chrome plated ones, or covered, or whatever the heck you want to call it. See, the actual tool fits in as it should. That way I don't have to fight with swollen lug nuts. So I guess this made too much sense, and they started doing two-piece ones. I don't know why. I really don't know, but it is what it is. So here we have the outer tie rod, here we have the inner tie rod, and that's where we're having issues, especially on that side. I just like, you know, we doing both, because if not, then we're gonna have issues later on with this side. So, but there is a little bit of play here too. So I already kind of checked the ball joints and whatnot. Nothing really jumped out at me. Everything seemed okay. This is not okay. What is this? This is what's supposed to go in like this, and somebody didn't do this right, so we have this jiggling about. So since this is here doing nothing, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take that out, and now what we gotta do is we gotta remove this here. And then first of all, what I want to do is I always like to loosen this. I like to count the threads just so I could try to put everything as close as possible to how it was, because this vehicle does have to get aligned afterwards, but in the meantime I want it to somewhat, you know, steer as straight ahead as possible so that they can get to where they need to get to. So we got 5 threads here, more or less. So that's where I'm gonna put the new one. So let's go ahead and remove this cotter pin right here. Let me put on some light just in case you guys can't see. How's the light looking over there? Let me know. Okay.
It's a little too bright, slightly.
Okay.
You know, but it's alright. Nothing crazy.
How about now?
Give me like 20 seconds and I'll tell you.
Okay, so we got that. Let me get I normally just use an adjustable wrench just to loosen this out, and because we got to get this part out first.
Yeah, we're looking a little better now.
Okay. Probably gonna need this later. Okay. So. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I got the right socket. I did not. But I got this one too. Yay. Hooray for me. Alright, so we're gonna remove this. Had a comment the other day if I had anything on tie rods, and I do have another one, older, one of my first videos doing tie rod on a Camry, so now you guys get to watch it live. All right, so I want to beat this with my brass hammer. Ooh, that is tight. That is tight. There we go. It finally loosened. I think there's a little bit of play here. I think the boot is broken. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this all the way. Okay, now I gotta loosen this, but it tends to spin the whole thing, so let me get another. Let me get a smaller adjustable wrench. Let me get this juice right here, the penetrating juice. Okay. All right. once it cracks loose, hopefully, I don't even have a good grip on this. Hopefully, just take it out by hand. There is a lot of rust here. Not bad, but enough to cause a little bit of okay. There we go. I think it's getting looser. Yes. I just need a little bit of lubricant. Oh man, I forgot a couple things too. Okay, now this one I like to save because I like to compare it with the new one, because normally the original ones are a lot thicker than the replacement ones. So I like to try to keep the original ones. So now what I'm gonna do here, get this little guy and get let's get this guy right here, maybe this one, just in case, just so we can pop off the boot. See, because let me make sure I get a good, so we gotta get this, and then back there, I don't know if you guys can see, it's too much crap here in the way. Anyway, back there's a clip right there that retains that boot. There's like a clamp. We got to get that out. So we're gonna start with this right here. Okay. And what I like to do is just grab this and just beat on it until it just pops. It will pop off. See, it's already loose pretty much. It just hasn't popped off all the way yet. Come on. Let me see if it's enough to, yeah, it's enough to. There we go. Let me just get it out. Oh wait, we got some leakage here. I think this rack and pinion is starting to leak. I don't have seen much plate, but it is flimsy.
I think your boot is leaking.
Yeah, that's what I said. This rack and pinion seems to be leaking a little bit. Oh well. So now I gotta wipe my hands. All right, so this is retained here with a retaining washer. Let me see if I can give you guys a better view here. There we go. See right there, it's got these little ears on it, and I'll give you a better view with the new one once I got it out. So again, we're gonna resort to our, we're just gonna bend those ears back. Just so I can loosen this. There, I think that should do it. I think that should do it. Okay. Now we need a special tool. That's where this guy comes into play. We just gotta find the right size. Close, but too big. Might be this one. Nope, too small. Too small. Too small. Let's see. Bingo. Bingo. Bingo was his name. Oh, so we're gonna put this here, and this just kind of slides in, and we lock the tool. Might even, okay, right there. All right, there we go. And now we use this big guy. And we just unscrew it out. There we go. And she is out. Okay. So what you do is you slide the tool on the flats. Now all of these things are a little bit different, so you may run into a weird one, but they all should be about like this, and then you just lock it and you spin it out. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Now alternatively, if you do not have this tool, what you can do, and you can't always do it because of where it's at, but alternatively what you can do is turn it all the way to get this out as much as possible. You get a really big pipe wrench, if you have one, a monkey wrench, whatever you call it, and you grab it here. And those pipe wrench, one thing about those pipe wrenches is they will bite and dig into whatever you're trying to turn, and it will make a good grip here, and you can loosen it out that way without using a special tool. So that's something alternatively if you don't have that. And I've done that several times in the past. So now we just grab the new one. Here we have new parts. Here we have new parts. There we go. Sometimes the new parts will come with like a little packet of grease. This one didn't come with it, and that grease goes here. You just pack this joint here with the grease, and that's it. Here's that washer I was telling you about, and this goes like this. You see these little tabs here? These little tabs go on these little grooves right here. There's two of them, because this locks in, and then you fold the ears back to engage with the part. I hope you guys are getting this. And that prevents this from accidentally backing out. See, again, so it goes like this. The flat part goes against this flat part, and these two teeth right here go into the 2 notches on the rack and pinion. It comes with a new nut.
Yeah, we can see.
You see the difference in thickness? Nothing too crazy, but I like the thickness of the original one. You see that? So that's why I, more likely than not, I will reuse the old one. If you have to use this one, no big deal. I mean, you could use the new one. Okay? It should thread right in here without any issue. See? Now, especially if you live up north, the Rust Belt and whatnot, this might be rusted. You may have to heat it. You may have to beat on it, God knows what, break it off, whatever. Then that's different. You have no choice, but that's why they always give you a new one. It's just I kind of like the thickness. Sometimes they're even thinner than this. They're like, come on, man, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, it easily rounds off. So that's why I like to, you know, stick to the original one. Sometimes it may not come with this. It may be different. It may come with some Loctite or thread locker. And then you want to put the thread locker, make sure those threads are nice, clean and dry. Apply the thread locker, tighten it, drive it in there, and that should lock it in there so it won't back out. So let me go ahead and start installing this. I'll go ahead, there we go. Start the threads. Then what I'll do is I'll make sure that the teeth engage. There we go. See, I can't spin it anymore. Now I finish spinning this all the way until it makes contact. Okay. Boom. Any questions though so far?
What was that?
Any questions so far, comments or anything?
Whatever.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, see. All right. Now we use the tool. See, now this is too tight. But it's too tight, I think, because of the thickness of the tool. Let me see something. Okay, because they don't give you a lot of room here, so it kind of, you know, wedges there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, well, honestly, I don't think that's gonna be much of an improvement, because I don't know where this is gonna land. All right, well, I gotta do something because I gotta tighten this up. Let me just a little bit, because I gotta fold that back. See, if I would have used the pipe wrench, I didn't have to worry about this. See, there we go. Now we gotta get this tool. There we go. Try to lock it in there. There we go. And now we use the big boy. Torque this down. Yeah. Okay, once you got that torque down nice and tight, you are golden. Go ahead and pull this out. We're gonna fold those ears back, and this ain't going nowhere. So to do that, you gotta hammer them. And sometimes they end up in spots like this where you really can't. Sometimes I use the little hammer.
You didn't click the wrench.
Oh. Use the little baby hammer.
The wrench didn't go click. What are the people gonna say?
It didn't go click. Yeah, they're gonna go crazy. How dare you not use a torque wrench? Ah. I wouldn't take my wheelbarrow to you. Yeah, this is the crappy part. So let me go ahead and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend this more as much as possible. See if that gives me more room to work with over there. And the verdict is kinda, sort of. Yeah, this is becoming kind of difficult. Let me see if I can start bending it with the plier. Let me see if I can start bending it with the plier. That's why I don't want to. That's why I didn't want to beat it too much that way, because then I had to fold it back the other. But I couldn't get my my tool up in there. Let me see if I can. Maybe I take this cover off. That might help. There. So as you can see, that's folded in and it's locking the part to prevent it from backing out accidentally. That's what that's there for. Once that's crushed in, it ain't going nowhere. So now I just want to get the top one off too, but it's kind of in a bad position. So let me see if I can pry it. Let's see, get it on the very edge. On the very edge. And then work it. And it's just a piece of plastic from this. It was already broken. Relax, people, it was already broken. Okay. So that seems to be working. Okay. Let's see if I can get the hammer in there like that. Doesn't have to look pretty, you just gotta be safe. Okay, so there we go. It has folded, creased over. Now we gotta put this boot in. Now this, if you remember, used this. They don't come with new ones, and when they do, you need a tool for it, which I do not have. So what to do in this situation? Simple cable ties will do. That will suffice. Right here. We'll do that one for that side over there. That will suffice for right here. This rubber's a little broken here. And all we're gonna do is tighten it. There's really no pressure, there's nothing here. This is just to prevent this from popping out. You know, there's a lip there. So once this slides in there, it is in there. Boom, it clips in there. You gotta stretch it all the way back here. And then what we do, if that cover wasn't there, it probably wouldn't be so bad. There we go. Okay. Now what we could do is grab this and put it as tight as we can put it without breaking it, obviously. And then just cut the tip. There. See, and this isn't going anywhere. See? All that is there is to protect this this boot, this joint, I should say. That's all this is there for. All right. There we go. There you go. Okay. And then we put this, back it out, or install it, I should say. Again, 5 threads, the same amount. So about there. It's not gonna be exact. It has to get aligned after the fact, no matter what. But at least it'll get you in the ballpark. At least it'll get you in the ballpark there. So now we're gonna go ahead and get a new outer tie rod. Ooh. This one doesn't even come with a new cotter pin, new castle nut. See, this one doesn't bring the nut here. Sometimes even these will bring a replacement nut. So you go ahead and spin that bad boy in there. And I'll kind of double check it, you know, look at it, and kind of, you know, somewhat align it by sight, so at least the wheels look like they're going straight. Because sometimes there's a minor difference in the length of the parts. You know, it may not be 100% the same length, and we're talking about millimeters, you know. We're not talking about much, but it is enough to make this go all the way in or more out or whatnot. So even though it'll get you in the ballpark, it's still not gonna be. And now obviously these new joints are nice and tight, so they're gonna be a bit of a struggle to get in. They're gonna be a bit of a struggle to get in. So let me try to, okay, let me take this out real quick. Use leverage to my advantage. Any questions, comments so far? Where was I? I think like this. Yeah. Just to get me close by. That's it. Just to get me close. So you could tell the difference when you replace the joint, the part. Let me try to move this.
No questions, no comments.
Okay, so far so good. There we go. See? And again, we got the new one here. Where's the old one? This is the original one. Look at the size difference here. You know, they put a way bigger nut. What size is this? This has got to be, well, the one that came out was a 19. It's got to be like a 21. See, so they change it up. So this one, sometimes you can reuse the old one if you don't. I don't like changing the sizes, the original sizes of things, but sometimes you have no choice because there's such a big difference here that they kind of make you use the whatever it came with. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're just gonna put a bigger whatchamacallit in there, tighten it. Let me get the right size first of all. Oh wait, I may have it here. And nope, it's actually pretty big. It's a 22. I think that's a little too big, but it's a little too big, but whatever. Whatever. Line up the hole for the cotter pin. There we go. Okay, see, so we've got the new cotter pin. Install it like so. One thing I failed to do is sometimes I like to make sure these things are angled so they're easier to install, because see, now I'm kind of fighting back here a little bit. I don't like that, but just a small detail that escaped me, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. There. All right. So now we would tighten this up. Non-greasable, so we don't have to worry about greasing this after the fact. Let me give you guys a, oh, my camera shifted. Give you guys up close so you can see what we've done so far. And there you have it. You have successfully replaced your inner and outer tie rods. Again, I like to do everything in pairs. There's some things that you just have to do in pair. You change one brake line, you change them both. If you change one caliper, you change them both, so everything will be equal. And in a situation like this, you change one strut, you change them in pairs. You're not gonna have a new strut here and an old one there, unless it's a new car. If it's a new car, then the strut is new anyways. It's just defective. You just replace the one. Warranty will only pay for the one. But in situations like this, you definitely want to try to replace everything in pairs. So if you don't, it's not a big deal, but I just hate this side in the next few months, a year, then it develops a play. Then you have to come here, replace this side or that side if you didn't replace the side, whatever the case may be. Then they got to go and pay for another alignment and everything. Just do everything once and call it a day. Something else can fail, ball joint or something, it is what it is. You're not going to rebuild the whole car, but you want to do everything in pairs so everything will be equal. That's all. I just that's the way I operate anyways. Any comments, questions, concerns? Let's see if we got, let you guys see this beautiful work. So do we continue or not?
I mean, you could. There's a
Okay.
few people watching.
Okay. So do you guys want to see the other side? Feel free to put a comment. It's gonna be the same thing. Let me start shifting everything that way. I'm gonna dread putting that tire back on. This is a heavy tire. Look at the size of these things. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got this. Okay, we're gonna toss this over here. Look at the size of those tires. Let's see. Just the thought of those heavy tires. Them be some big boys. Oh, I was wondering where this went. All right. All right, so we continue. We continue onward. We continue. Onward. Excuse me, good sir. I got Alex there. Observing the comments, just in case you guys have any comments.
Give me something to do, please.
Yeah, Alex wants something to do. He's begging. By the way, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take the time to do so. Like and subscribe.
Trying to reach that goal.
Trying to reach that goal of 10K.
Oh yeah.
And just the fact that we're here with no flowing air, no fan,
Just make it
to
worth
make
the time.
sure that you guys can get the ultimate experience. I think that's worth at least a subscription. At least.
Please. Like,
Pretty pleased with a cherry on top. Okay. Okay, some of these lug nuts are...
it's a solid 87 degrees outside.
87 degree. Turn off the fans just so you guys can hear us better.
With 67% humidity.
Yeah, let's not mention the humidity.
It's really hot. So like, that subscription would be worth it.
At least give us a comment and say, hey, you're doing great, or you suck. Don't quit your day job.
Tell us something at least.
All right, Alex wants something to do, so give him something to do. All right, let's go ahead and do the other side. Okay, again, let's loosen this up first. Let's loosen this up first. See, look at the difference here. Look how many more threads are out here on this side. So something is not gonna be looking right. Oh, there we go. Something is not gonna be looking right. As a matter of fact, let's see, 1, 2, 11. See, this one had 11. That side had 5, right? That's what I said earlier, 5. That's a huge difference. So why that is, I don't know. but that's how I'm gonna put it back unless something looks funky afterwards, and then I'll make adjustments as needed. Again, this is the side that had to play anyway, so. Well, this is loose here, so I'm gonna have some play here. Cover your ears, people. By the way, you may be asking, why am I beating on all this stuff? We can get a separator in here and get it done. You're right. And I think I do have one somewhere, but this works just as good. For the most part. Just try not to beat on this stuff like I just did.
The noise comes off a lot worse, actually.
Huh?
I said the noise comes off a lot worse being here than it actually does on camera.
Okay. Okay. This is gonna make a liar out of me. What happens is a lot of times these things get over torqued, and this is the result here. Wow. Ah, there we go again. There we go. Make sure we fix that if it happens to you, because you'll be getting a lot of noises coming from this if you don't. Ah, boy. Oh boy. Let's see. See all this build up here? Any questions, comments so far? Let's see how this feels like. Sloppy. But I don't feel no play. That was definitely play here because I saw it. I saw it with my own two eyes.
Nope, no questions or comments.
Okay, so we do this right here. Okay, same thing we did on the other side. Oof. Let's see here. Okay. We're gonna do the same ordeal here. We're gonna do the same ordeal here. Let me see if we can. See if we can pop this. See, I put some kind of cover on this stupid thing. I just need enough so I can pop this out. You guys probably can't see, but it's kind of dark in there. It's at an angle too, so. Okay. Oh boy. Whew. Okay. It popped out. And not only that, but it threw dirt in my face. It threw dirt in my face. Great. This side is kind of leaking too. Oh, it leaked all over my pants. Huh. I was expecting to feel a little bit more play here, but I reckon not. I reckon not. Definitely sloppy. Okay. All right. Did I get it? Yes. Oh, a little too much. But I got it. All right, I need some rags to wipe my. I don't have any. Here we go. Put this here for now. What am I missing? The tool and this. Anything else? Yeah. I think I put it there. Oh, there it is. Let's see what we got here. I'll adjust you guys a little bit. Let's see if these batteries hold up. Let's see if these batteries hold up. Okay. All right, I'm not gonna worry too much about locking this tool right now. I just need to get this loose, which I think I got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. This stupid sway bar is kind of in the way, which I really wanted to. I could just loosen it up and, you know, I could have just loosened it up and get it out of the way, but if it gives too much trouble, I will. My hands are too slippery. I think this one has been replaced at some point. Or is it the same one? I gotta compare it with the other side. Okay. Alrighty then. So now we get the new part. Okay. Make sure you guys get a good grip here. See? So we definitely got a little bit of leakage going on here. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna have to cut it off here because I'm almost out of battery. But I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with us tonight, or today I should say. And if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. And we appreciate all your support, and we're still working towards that goal of 10K subscribers. So again, thank you. Please join us in our next live session, whenever that may be. I'm not sure. And as always, we'll catch